Yes! Yes! Yeah! Ooh, Fortnite Battle Royale! Nice fizzy spell, you fucking cow. I'm getting the Victory Royale. Diamond 1 Dark Magician deck profile. Oh yeah, check out the gamers. Oh yeah, let's go! Diamond 1 Dark Magician profile. Oh my god, chat, is everyone ready? Oh yeah, baby! Let's go into the card by card, ladies and gentlemen. We're playing Ray Plays Games Dark Magician list. So this deck list is heavily based off YouTube Ray's Dark Magician top 8 from Decay's Master Duel tournaments. You'll see his list here if you want to go check that out. This is Ray Plays Games YouTube, where he actually has, there it finally is, the #1 God tier branded Dark Magician deck. Go check out his content. He got top 8 in Decay's tournament. It's fucking huge. So make sure you go check out his video. Drop him a like and subscribe. He just hit 1K as well. And he is a Dark Magician player you are gonna want to be following if you follow me. So let's get into the list and why it's fucking cracked. 2 DM because 3 is bricky. And Souls is like another copy of it. Like you got 5 DM basically, right? And then Illusion of Chaos is a copy of Souls. And then Prep's a copy of Illusion of Chaos. So you got 5, 2, and 3. So you've got, I can't do standard math. You've got 8 copies of DM, 10 copies of DM if you count the DM, right? So there's so many ways to DM. Play 2, please. 1 DMG. She's the other bricky lady you got to play. You could probably cut her, to be honest, but it's just nice to have sometimes. Honestly, you could probably cut it, but it's fine. Triple Soul. Soul's good. Soul says you can summon either of the bricks, or you can just summon it and go for draws, and that's 100% of the time what you do. Not really, but you know. Chicken game with this is fucking insane. Say no more. Say no more. Max C. Why does this exist? Say no more. Rod, card good. It's our normal summon. You could play a Luba if it was TCG, but it's not. So fuck yeah. We get to play Rod and search our DM triangle, which is Circle and Eternal Soul. Double Albaz. I thought this would be a brick, but it's actually Giga Chad Brain, because this normal summon's fucking crazy, and it beats a lot of decks. Plus, you can just brand a fusion twice. Very big PP. Speaking of which, Illusion of Chaos helps you put back those Albazes if you draw too many, or the DMG, or the DM. Honestly, I think going forward I'd probably cut this, but anyway, DMG stinky. Women bad. Not to be sexist, but yeah, women smell. Terraforming. Card's cracked. It adds Salvation, so it can be like an extra copy of Salvation Eternal Soul. It can add Chicken Game, which is cracked with Magician Souls. Or it can just add Village, which, you know, wins you some matchups for free. So, fuck yeah, that's sick. Prep, we've already gone over. It's just Illusion of Chaos copies. And the reason why you play 3 Prep, 2 Illusion of Chaos, I've said it many times, but let's say it again for the purpose of this might be new to someone. If you play triple Illusion of Chaos and you open all 3, what the fuck are you doing? You search, you get ashed, you're fucked. At least on 3 Prep, you can open all 3 Prep, go and grab Illusion of Chaos with one of them, or if you get ashed, you can just fucking use another one, because it's not once per turn. But further than that, you have a triple prep in your hand, right? You activate 1, you go get Illusion of Chaos, you go get Souls. Souls sends the other 2 preps, draw 2. That's just with those 3 cards, not including the other cards in your hand. So much better scenario than triple Illusion of Chaos, even double Illusion of Chaos. Double prep is always better than double Illusion of Chaos. I don't know how many times I've got to restate that, but let's just put that out there one fucking 50th time. Anyway, Random Fusion to 3. Card's cracked. If you open it, it's fucking cracked. If you don't, it's cracked because you just Anaconda and send it. Some of the times you don't really want to open it because it does require a discard, and that's a bit hefty in DM unless you have the bricks, but then again, you've bricked, so it's a shit hand. So you normally just want to send this off Anaconda turn 1. Turn 2, it's fine to just let it rip. If you want to summon Dragon Knight or any of the other fusions, it's normally just Dragon Knight. So let's say you open up Rod and Circle, and you just go Rod, like grab Soul Servant, Circle, Chain, Eternal Soul, Soul Servant, Chain, and you've got like Eternal Soul Circle, right? You've got the setup now. You can just let fucking Brand of Fusion rip, discard a card, and go into Dragon Knight Turbo, because you've got the DM Triangle, you may as well. But that would be like, hopefully, I don't know, in a scenario where you win with the DM Triangle, you probably need some other things to back that up. But anyway, Village, this can auto-win some stuff. Circle, card's kind of shit, to be honest. Could go to 1. Definitely thought about it a couple of times. In builds like this, it's easy to play it at 1, very easy. The thing about Circle is it's very dated, and anyone who played it on release will know even on release it was not great. People compare it to Pot of Duality. It's not. It's not. Because it is Pot of Duality if your whole deck is playing, not Eye of Timaeus, because that's not searchable, but is playing all these other cards. Oh, I lied, this isn't searchable either. But if you're playing any of this crap, Like Thousand Knives, someone suggested I play Thousand Knives. If you're playing that crap, well yeah, it's Pot of Duality. But if you're playing crap cards, who the fuck cares? So Circle doesn't hit very often because the only good hits are really Soul Servant, sometimes Secrets, and obviously Eternal Soul's your main hit you want, and that's what Salvation helps you achieve. So yeah, Circle obviously sets up your off-turn Banish, or your reoccurring DM like play, which is just summon DM, Banish with Circle, tribute down for Rotting Grave, fucking do it again, that's all you do. Obviously, it's the stock standard bread and butter of the deck, yet it's very cringe, and you could accomplish more with Trap Trick and Ice Dragon's Prison. But anyway, we're not talking about that. Super Poly, this card is cracked. I never actually summoned the Earth Golem at Ignista. Its use is for taking out the Sprite board when they finish on IP Masquerena and Elf. It just gets rid of them and they can't chain, and then you've just got to play around Carrot or Red, whatever they've got left. Super good because they can't chain Carrot to it because no one can respond. And yeah, just fucks off 2 problems and makes it a lot easier for you to play. Unfortunately, I never drew Super Poly into that board when I was versing Sprite. It was always like some wank live twin build, or like they'd end on random shit. But Super Poly's still very good and it's won me so many games. So yeah, I'm a big fan, and it gives DM some pressure going second, because anyone who's played DM without ref knows we have no pressure going second. Like, my pressure going second is, man, I hope I open Max C so I can sit behind that and hope I get draws. So that's really nice. Call by the Grave, I'm always a bit iffy on this card in DM, because I feel like we can barely afford to fucking resolve our own engine, let alone play like hand traps and or cards to protect our engine from resolving. But here I am playing both anyway. It does a good job. It wins you games. Certain matchups, it just wins. Obviously, it protects your Brand of Fusion from resolving, so that's a big reason to play it. If it was at more in the TCG, I'd play more to protect refs, so just play 2. It's a 2, play 2. Soul Servant, the best DM spell we have ever gotten. I will not accept any other spell as an answer. Look at these spells. We have literally like 30 spells. They're fucking garbage. They're shit. This card is basically Sky Striker Engage in the DM version. You place a card on top of your deck from hand, deck, graveyard. I don't know why the fuck you do hand, but you can. Hand, deck, grave, and then you just fucking banish it and you draw. Equal to the number of DM, DMG, or Palladiums in the bin. There's only 2 Palladiums so far, so in theory, this could be engaged with a fucking draw 4. It never will happen, and if it ever does, it's in a duel against Blue Eyes, and it doesn't fucking matter. But in theory, in future, I hope down the line we get more Palladiums, or we get a way to play them all, and they're not bricky, and we can actually get a draw 4 of this one day. So the skill ceiling for this card is like fucking up here, and the floor is down here. Because if you open this fucking card with no DM cards, it does nothing. It does nothing. And that is very reminiscent of the DM archetype. It does fucking nothing by itself. You can open Soul Servant with double evenly, double call by. What the fuck are you doing? You are setting that shit and crying and passing. So, while I love Soul Servant, it's the best DM spell. Its ceiling just goes to the roof. Like, its skill ceiling's crazy, and its floor is also very fucking low. So, it's really perfect. A really perfect way to describe a DM card, basically. Soul Servant. Still the best DM card, even with all that in mind. Because, yeah, at the very worst, you set it and pass, and you pop off next turn, which sounds bad, but, like, we're talking about DM here. Secrets. Card fucking sucks. It's the only fusion spell we have that's mid. Timaeus sucks fat dick. Some guy told me to play 2 Timaeus. That guy left our chat very soon after that because he got flamed really hard. Timaeus sucks. Secrets is actually better, and I shat on Secrets for years before Timaeus got released. Secrets has a niche in this deck where it's good with Brand of Fusion. Like, you can get some OTKs with it, so it's cool. That's its only real purpose, because turn 1, if you're going like Rod Soul, Summon DM, Secrets, you just use 3 cards to make fucking the Dark Magicians. And then you gotta have another card, so you've used 3, you gotta have in your hand 2 more cards. One of them has to be a spell, so you can play it, and then you can draw with Dark Magicians. And guess what? Your hand will still be 2 fucking cards. It's not worth it, it's never good. Unless you have Village, it's a fucking terrible play turn 1. It's a terrible opener. We need a way to turbo to our fusions better. Secrets is not it. Secrets is not it. We need like a Shadow Fusion, a Red Eyes Fusion. I'm just ranting at this point, but you get what I mean. We need a better fusion spell. This is what we have for now. It's pretty fucking mid. Evenly matched. Wins you games like Super Poly that you shouldn't win. Like I won that game against Sword Soldiers before. Like, shouldn't have won. just go evenly, lol. He kept DPE, and then I just win, because I had Super Poly as well. So, ridiculous. One Eternal Soul. It's kind of like, if you're not playing pure DM, you are absolutely safe to just play one Circle, one Eternal Soul, especially with Salvation. It's like a second copy of it, while not having to have 2 Eternal Soul. It's like the best of both worlds. I shit on Salvation a lot. It is a shit card, once again, don't get me wrong. It's at 1 for a reason. It's not very good. But it does serve that purpose of being another Eternal Soul, while having a slightly different effect if you need it to summon the DMG or the DM. It doesn't really come up. People are like, I use it to make up a loser. I use it to OTK. Shut the fuck up. No one uses that fucking effect. It barely comes up. If it's coming up against meta, they must have bricked so hard. Like, these effects are very fucking irrelevant. Like, they're effects, but they're bad, and they don't come up. And that means they're kind of useless. Any effect in Yu-Gi-Oh! That's mid or below, like, is just irrelevant, more or less. So that's how I feel about Salvation's effect. It should do a lot more. But anyway, extra deck, Mud Dragon, Earth Golem Adagnista, Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. They are Super Poly targets. I believe Ray's list didn't have the Venom Dragon, and immediately the first game I had Super Poly, I was like, why can't I Super Poly? And it's because I didn't have Venom. I think you should, whenever playing Super Poly, have this, or at least have Predator Plant, not this one. This one's good if Dark's meta, just 3 Darks, but just this one. Dragostapelia, just Fusion and a Dark. If Fusions and Dark are meta, great, it's cracked. But when, this is always good because Darks are like always a deck. So I would just say, if you're playing Super Poly, just fucking slip this in. It's the standard, just fucking do it. The DM, Fusion cards, we've already spoke about, they're pretty fucking mid. Dragon Knight's only good if you have Circle Eternal Soul. Dark Magicians is only really good for OTKing. People are like, you get infinite value and you sit behind it. I'm like, I don't know what fucking games you're playing where this is infinite value, but any meta deck will just kill this and you lose. Master of Chaos is mid as well. People are like, is this going to replace Dragoon and MD? Fuck no, nothing can replace Dragoon. This card sucks big balls. Its main purpose is to trigger the potential for a board wipe. Banish the opponent's board. But your opponent will just respond. So it's really bad and it should be a quick effect, but it's not. And you've got to use your Illusion of Chaos fused with your DM to get here. So not only are you giving up one of the best searches, by the way, you don't summon this card. For those who don't know, this is Rhoda for the deck. You search any monster in your deck and then you just keep it in your hand the entire duel. And you just keep using it every turn. And just keep searching every turn. So yeah, the fact that you have to give up that card that you just keep using every turn to make this, and its effect's not quick effect, is wank. You can use this to OTK. In battle phase, you can like go in a battle phase with Rod and DM. Illusion of Chaos in hand, and then Rod and DM on field. And you can go like swing 16, swing 25 with DM. Secrets, where are you at? Secrets, change secrets in battle phase, or use secrets in battle phase. Fuse away Illusion of Chaos. Fuse away DM. Obviously, Illusion of Chaos is in hand. And then go on a Master of Chaos. He flops out and he summons DM back from grave, and you've got another 5k worth of damage. So that's his best use, and kind of this card's best use too. Both of them OTK. Weird in DM, right? It's like, shouldn't we control the board? But fuck no, our fusions suck balls. So that's unfortunate. The effect when it's destroyed, grab a spell from grave, it's not relevant, it won't come up, and if that's happening, they're probably killing you, so don't worry about it. Here's for the real good cards. Mirror Jade, you probably want to play more than one. I don't have the gems. If you look at my gems, I have 0. So I only had the 1, and I just played with the 1. And it was pretty good. There was one game where I wanted the second. So that's actually not too bad. So you could get away with 1. But 2 is very good. Rebellion, very good. This is the one you're summoning if you're activating Brain of Fusion hard from your hand. You're summoning this or you're summoning Albion. Because they fuse, for this one fuses for a discard, this one fuses by banishing. So both have their own uses. This guy, I summoned him once, but you probably don't really want to summon it. You mainly just want to send it off your Mirror Jade because it adds a branded spell trap. So it just lets you grab another Brain Infusion for next turn to pop off once again. And then kind of this guy does the same. When he's sent to the grave, you can add to hand or set branded spell trap as well in the end phase. So these kind of have the same effect when you send them off Mirror Jade, which is what you're going to do a lot of the time. But yeah, you can summon them. Like I did summon this in one of my last games to kill someone. And you can summon this if it's right, and you fuse using all your opponent's dragon board. Your normal Albaz, you discard a card and you fuse their dragon board away. Can be good, can be good. Getting into the links, Artemis, very good in DM. You'll see on the stream, on the climb, on the way up. A couple of games you just brick or you get like negated on your rod or your souls. You go, oh well, like I've only got rod, so I just link rod away for Artemis. I set Soul Servant or a bunch of back row on the opponent's turn. I'm just going to flip any of that back row, and I can chain rod effect Engrave then, and tribute the Artemis, add the rod back, and that's all you're doing. It's not really like saving you from dying. It's more just making sure you have a play next turn, which is sometimes all you need, because sometimes people brick, sometimes people don't have the optimal way to kill you, and you just need to be able to play next turn. So Artemis helps you achieve that. Some people think she's unnecessary because of that. It's like, oh, you're already losing anyway. And I'm like, it's one extra deck spot, just play it. It's really good. Anyway, also a light target for Master of Chaos. Or if you play Dogmatica DM, you need this because you go into Rod and then you search and then you link away for Artemis, you go into Dear Servant, do all that shit. So if you play Dogmatica, yeah, it's good too. Anaconda, crack card. We've been using this to summon Dragoon forever, so we all know what this does by now. Card's insane. Pay 2k, send fusion spell, pop off. So that's our main play. We're mainly just summoning Rod, summoning Souls, doing some draws if we have them, going in Anaconda, like baiting all the responses with the DM cards, then going in Anaconda, sending Brand of Fusion, popping the fuck off by summoning Mary Jade. It's really good. Going second, here's our package for access code. It's just Dark, claiming a Selene, claiming an access code. Very straightforward. Pop board, swing game. Love to see it. That's the deck profile. If you want to find out more, you know where to go. Ray's YouTube channel and check him out. Thank you for joining me on this video today, and thank you for joining me on the stream. You guys are legends. We can finally play the XYZ event now and chill a little bit because we got that beautiful diamond frame. Thanks to everyone who persevered with me in chat as well. I know I was a bit of a muppet and not accepting that branded DM would be good, but that is once again because I was thinking of the TCG version where there's no Anaconda. So, very silly of me, but yes, glad that we're here now. Big thanks to everybody in the chat.